Hey everybody, it's Aquila, and this is the Lefty Knitter Podcast, episode 165. I know I didn't post an episode last week. We were on vacation. I didn't record anything. I honestly didn't have my phone on me, like, whatsoever. So, I'm coming to you from Baltimore, Maryland. Did I say my name? My name is Aquila. I think I said that. Husband, kids, cats, all the things, and I try to record through the week and lump it all together and post on Saturdays. But again, like I said last week, no episode, family vacation, just didn't happen. But I got a decent amount of knitting done. Also, this is day 2 hair, and I want to thank everybody from the previous episodes talking about their regimen, what they do, how it took a while for you to get comfortable and getting on a routine. So day 2 hair, I'm still doing every other day washing, although while we were on vacation, it was like every 3rd day, although I did have it in a hat most of the time. So I'm here to show you guys knitting, mostly knitting, and a lot of acquisitions, a crazy amount of acquisitions, but let's jump into it. All right, today is already Wednesday, and it's already June 1st. Can you believe it? I feel like May flew by. It was a busy month. It's my birthday month, sheep and wool month, Chevis was here, we went on vacation. It always feels like it flies by. So, all right, first, let me show you what I worked on most of the time when we were in the Outer Banks. I showed you guys all my projects. Not that one. I showed you guys all my projects that I was taking. The one project I did like 2 rows on was the Stephen West shawl, this one. I did like 2 rows. It was not good car knitting, nor was it good vacation knitting. I just wasn't feeling it. So the thing I worked on the most is going to be, ready? The photographer hat. And it's done. You guys might already know that it's done because John posted a picture already of it on his Instagram. So this is yarn from Yarn Hero. Let me get the tag out. I'm sure I have it. And this is what I have left. I did not touch either the other yarn for socks. I just wasn't feeling it. I finished the hat, and you know what, guys? I totally packed the wrong needle. So for the hat, I used a US size 4 and a US size 6, and I had the US size 4 and a 12-inch. You know what I packed for the US size 6? A 9-inch circular. That wasn't gonna work. So the second day we were there, I was like, I need to go to the Blue Pelican. It's a yarn shop / gift shop. And I was like, I need to go and see if they have a US size 6 and a bigger needle. Well, I wasn't going to buy a whole set. And they didn't have a 16-inch. But they did end up having a 12-inch. So I did buy that. And I bought the 12-inch. Now I know people pronounce this a bazillion different names. Licka, likey, licky. I'm not even sure. I bought a 12-inch US 6 in the driftwood needle, and this was really nice. This was a really, really nice needle to work with. I really enjoyed it. The stitches were a little tight, but it was enough for me to manipulate it well enough. And yeah, so I was really happy that I could at least get these, because if not, I was going to probably try to buy like a larger, like a 24-inch in a US 6, and then do magic loop. But I love doing my hats just round and round and round without magic loop. So these worked out great. Again, I'm trying to find the label. Why am I? Oh, here it is. Yarn Hero. So this is the Stipple DK, and she has her spun a certain way. I believe it's just like Brooke, and just like Spin Cycle, and I believe Loop also dyes hers before it is spun at the mill, and that is how she gets the colors that she does. This is a stipple. It was one, I'm trying to, It's like a 3-ply. 2 of the plies are black. 1 of the plies changes color, or it might be, I'm not sure if that's quite right. Not quite. It was very hard to see this certain times knitting, but also I can knit kind of watching movies and in the dark and not have to look at my knitting, so it was okay. But yeah, so I have this much left. I'm not going to put it on because having a decent hair day. You see how it changes color though? Looks really good. Oh, colorway. It's called Starry Night. It's a stipple DK, 215 yards. She probably explains. Here we go. The stipple collection uses a unique hand-dyed marl technique that works up as a solid color yarn, but with little kicks of random gradient color. That's it. There you go. That's the best explanation, straight from the dyer yarn seller's mouth. So there you go. The only other thing I worked on, I think I'm just going to show you guys in the next clip, because it was part of an acquisition from the yarn shop. So I bought way too much. But first, I need to show a few things that came in the mail. I need to thank Allison from Savvy Skeins. Now, if you don't follow Allison, you should follow Allison at Savvy Skeins. She dyes some amazing colorways. I found her years ago, and I have like, I think 3 pairs of socks. I've gifted some of her yarn. I think I still have some of her yarn. She has some great colorways. Really check her out. And I got this package in the mail. Thank you for all you do and who you are. Aw, like that was so sweet. So seriously, check her out. She is helping right now. They're having some, I believe, some health issues with her husband. So, yeah, check them out. So I got Sensible Sock, Lucky Penny, 80/20. It's a 420 yards. Lucky Penny, isn't that beautiful? It's beautiful. Oh my God, I love this so much. So much. My monster's looking at me. The other package I got, you gonna say hello?
Hello.
How was vacation?
Good.
Yeah? What was your favorite part?
Pool and beach and getting to be my friend.
Yeah, bring that tone down just, or that volume a little. What was your favorite thing that you ate?
Scallops.
Scallops. You've tried scallops for the first time, and I was so proud of you. You got some crazy curl going on there. We had an awesome time at the beach, didn't we? We had a really, really good time.
Yeah, since I just did whatever I want. That's getting dressed.
Yeah. Well, Daddy told you if you get dressed and do all the things that you're supposed to do.
No. He said if I don't get in trouble in school.
That too. What do you get to do?
Go to at Sonic 2.
Sonic 2. Yeah. And what movie series did we watch on vacation that you've never seen before?
SpongeBob.
You've seen SpongeBob. What did we watch? What did we buy and watch?
Smurfs.
What? What?
Smurfs.
Sores.
Smurfs.
No. And get your hand out of my shoe. You're pointing at me. Like, that doesn't make any...
watched you.
Oh, you watched me. We watched
Jurassic Park.
all of the Jurassic Park movies. They're so good. And then a new one, the final one, comes out on the 10th. So we're going to see that too, aren't we? And I'm so glad you weren't scared. You laughed every time somebody got bitten by a dinosaur. All right, be quiet just for a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. Andi, the Knotty Knittress, sent to me this cute little stitch marker set.
Mommy, a mermaid now.
Okay.
Yeah, the mermaid tail.
Mermaid. cute little thank you card. I got some stickers, so you should go support Andi. Andi used to work at a shop called the Knotty Lady. They now have closed, and she is attempting to open a new shop in her town because she loves helping people. She loves doing all the things that are yarn related. You need to be quiet. This is going to get you in trouble, and you won't see Sonic too. So I got some stickers. She has an Etsy shop now. She's raising money to try to open a brick and mortar store because that is like a super dream of hers. So Naughty Knittress and the Cranky Knittress, because she cranks all kinds of different things. She sent me one of her coin purses or notions bag. Has the cute little card, has the logo on it. And this is cranked on the sock machine, a sock machine just like mine. I don't know what stitch she used, but it has the little, looks like a puppet mouth. I love that. And then, so it's a little pouch. It's a little coin pouch. And it's awesome. So definitely go check her out. Support her also. If you can, you know, I like to talk about different people to try to support. I'm not always great at it, so there you go. All right, so that's all I'm going to show you in this clip. I got to get finished getting ready for work. Did my watch not turn on? Oh, this watch. Does anybody else have issues with their smartwatches? Because this one just always is a pain in the butt. Like, I know I turned this on this morning, and I know it's saying 0 power. I charged this last night. It frustrates the crap out of me, and John's like, maybe we need to take it back to the store, because all I've had is issues with it, just saying. So, anybody else? It's the Samsung. It's the Samsung watch. All right, until the next clip, guys, I have a lot more to show you. I just didn't want to overwhelm you in one clip, but it overwhelms me thinking about all the things that I need to show you guys. I forgot one more thing just for today, because if not, I'll forget to talk about it. My work has a diversity, equity, and inclusion committee. So they have put together a committee that does these different events. We have a book club, and this month, I think it's like 2 months. I can't remember. 2 or 3 months we read a new book. This book for this period was called My Sister, and you might recognize this lady right here. She is the woman, one of the actresses in Orange is the New Black. She's been in other things too. I just, off the top of my head, I can't think. Her name is Skeins Lavanya, and then this is her trans woman, her sister. So and her name is Marisol. And this book was so good, and it's, you know, you see in Orange is the New Black, I can't think of her name, the other trans woman actress. That is terrible. They talk about her in the book, and I can't think of her name. Just really, really good. It's informative and emotional, and if you are even interested in learning about, I mean, it obviously also is on the topic of people of color and, of course, a person changing from a man to a woman and going through all the changes that, and emotional and all the things. It just, I can't even explain. I just can't. And so I decided to take this on vacation, and I read pretty much every morning with coffee and every night before bed when everybody fell asleep already. I was reading this book, and I finished it while I was down there. I had started only maybe like the first chapter, and so very, very interesting. And you know, it gives you a whole different perspective that obviously I've never had. So if you are into reading books that talk about different, I guess, diversity, like, I don't know. I'm bad at talking about this stuff not because, well, I guess kind of because it's hard, because I don't fully understand it. So it's always hard for me to get words together to explain like how I feel about it all. But we have our meeting. We always do a meeting at my work with whoever has decided to read the book. They also, my work is been, because they have this committee, they will gift you the book. So if you want to read the book, you can get a copy, or they will send you a audio copy. So it's really amazing that they are doing this. So I feel like my work is headed in the correct direction of making sure its employees are all like knowledged as best as possible, or at least giving them the chance to gain this type of knowledge, whether people choose to or not. Of course I am. And the other book, there was this is like the 4th book, I think. So I'm excited that I'll actually be around for the discussion. I wasn't able to go to the discussions for the last 2 books because I was like off of work that day or whatever it was. So I'm excited to actually be part of the discussion with my peers, who I feel like I can be very open with. Because if they also were choosing to read this book, then I feel like they are open to putting themselves out there and be vulnerable. So about reading on a topic that I really knew nothing about. I actually do know now 2 people who are transitioning. So it helps me kind of with all the feelings and all the support that I can attempt to give them. So there you go. My sister. You should read it. It's great because it's from both points of view, and I don't want to give away too many things. Like, I don't want to tell you some of not hot topic, but I don't want to tell you the points that made the biggest impact on me, because if you read this, I want it to also make that impact for you. So there you go. I had to tell you about this because I'm going to end up, after book club meeting, I'm going to put it in my little free library, and hopefully somebody also gain some knowledge. Okay guys, it is now June 2nd. It is Thursday, and I told you guys I had some acquisitions that I needed to show you, but I also have a little bit of knitting that I need to show you also. So the first thing I'm going to show you is I cranked some shorty socks for my mom for Mother's Day, and then I decided I had a single skein of this yarn, and I was going to crank some shorty socks for myself. Now this yarn is discontinued. It is the Patton's Stretch Socks. It's discontinued. I don't know how long it's been in my stash. I think for a very long time, because I only had 1 ball of it. It is a 41% cotton, 39% wool, 13% nylon, and 7% elastic. And let me tell you, the elastic makes a huge difference. The tension on it in my machine, it was strange to crank. And then I was reading comments on Ravelry of people that use this, and they complained that they can't get tension with it because it was like all over the board. And it really is. So this colorway is called Plum. Yes. Yeah. I have this much left, which I will just crochet into my scrappy blanket, but I was trying to close up the toe on this, and oh boy, that was a pain too, let's just say. So I haven't finished the other toe, but I did finish one, and I'll show you both of them. One will be finished and one won't be. So these are the Shorty no-show tab socks that you can crank on your knitting machine. So this one is not closed, obviously, and this one is. And yeah, I agree that I would not want to hand knit with this. I also probably I'm glad I don't have any more of this in my stash. So there you go. But I did want to show it. It is a discontinued yarn. If you have it in your stash, I don't know what to tell you. Just be careful when you're using it, because your tension is going to be like all over the board. So, all right. Now, before I show you the next object, I have to show you some acquisitions, because I am knitting with yarn from the acquisitions. So down in the Outer Banks, there is a store called the Blue Pelican. It's owned by a woman named Jen. She is an artist extraordinaire, and she has a It's like an art gift shop with all different artists. And then it also has a yarn shop. So I went there. I didn't get to see her this year. That's okay. I still like going there. We always get a jellyfish. I'll try to insert a picture or video here of the jellyfish. So Hazel got another one. It's hanging on her fan in her room. And then I also bought one for her little friend Ava, and gifted her one too. They're just too cute. They're like resin and like yarn hanging down. So they're just super simple, but really super cute. I think I said cute like way too many times. But so we went there the first day, and I didn't buy much. So in terms of yarn, I guess. So she also makes Jen, I'll just show you because I have them here. She makes these really cute resin earrings. So they're going to be gifts for people. I always like buying her earrings. They're just really super cute. So, and I like supporting, you know, local makers. So when I was there, I did not need anything. I told you I got the needles that I needed. And then there was some discount stuff up at the front. And I was like, sweet, let me look through that. And it's all in plastic, so it's a little gonna be crinkly, I guess. But the first thing I bought, because I was like, why not try a new craft? I shouldn't be enjoying a new craft or trying a new craft, but I'm going to. I got some macrame cord. I always think it looks so beautiful, and I want to try it. So these are the KFI collection macrame cotton. It's a super bulky. It's an 80% recycled cotton and 20% polyester. Sorry, it's 8.82 ounces, 50 yards. So I have 100 yards. They were $5 a piece, so I bought 2 of them. And then they also had this. I have never seen this in a store that I can remember. And I don't know if this is discontinued. I didn't look that up. This is Noro, and it's called Rainbow Roll. Now, when I looked on Ravelry, this was also $5. And I almost bought more because I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. So when I was looking at it, it's marked 40. It was for $5. I didn't know if this was actually roving or you knit with it. And I have found on Ravelry that people have done both. So I am pretty sure I'm going to treat this as pencil roving and not... Is that the end? Where's the end tucked in at? Can I pull it out? Well, I may have just ripped it a little, but can you see that? Can you see that? It's already pencil roving, ready to spin. The people that have spun it, I found some YouTube videos. They said you just have to be careful because it already is like really drafted and the fibers are pretty short. So I imagine, I didn't look up a whole lot of comments about knitting with it, but I can imagine if you are one of those tighter knitters or you pull your yarn really tightly, excuse me, you would have issues with this breaking when you're hand knitting with it. But I am really excited about this, and I want to spin it up and then chain ply it and keep the colors in order. And then I don't know what I will make with it, but it's exciting to try it, but I don't know if it's even still available. I should have bought like 4 more of the rainbow ones. Like, seriously. It's June, y'all. Pride month. I should have bought all of them. $5. I just was like, holy cow, this is crazy. So while I was there, there was a box that had not been priced yet to put up for sale. And I was like, ooh, I'll have to go back because I didn't want to bug them. The place was busy and they hadn't had it up yet. So I didn't want to like be a pain in the butt customer. So I went back. And I think they had 5 colorways in this. And this is also KFI. So it's the same company that makes this. All the other discount-y type yarns were cotton. And I was like, don't want a whole lot of cotton. I don't use it a whole lot, and I was just like, I'm not really interested in it right now, and I have enough yarn at home that I really don't need to be like indulging. So I thought I was very sensible. But when I went back, so I did buy 3 out of, I think, the 5 colorways they had, or possibly 6 colorways. I can't remember. This is KFI collection, and it's called Painted Sock. It is sheep friendly. It says sheep friendly. It's made in Turkey. And it consists of 75% wool, 25% polyamide. It's 218 yards. Oh, I'm sorry. Each ball is 218 yards because you get 2 50-gram matching balls of yarn. And it comes packaged. I'll show you how it came packaged because I thought that was cool, and that's what drew me to it. This one's kind of falling apart, but I'll fix it. It came packaged like this. So this is color 115, Isla Bonita, and it shows you the color. So that's Isla Bonita, and then the other one I bought that I'm not knitting with yet, this one's like coming off. This one's called Green Bay. I just thought they were really beautiful, and all of them have green. Oops. The last one that I bought that I'm actually knitting with is called Yellowstone. I don't think it looks as much like that. Let me see that again. Maybe it does. The picture's a little dark because I feel like my knitting is much lighter. The one I'm knitting with, but that's okay. Yellowstone, color 105. So I have this much left of the first one, and my purple is inside of there. I don't have much of the outside, and whatever's left I will just crochet into my blanket like I said, but I have a tube with a toe. See how much lighter it looks? It also looks very rainbowy, and I'm really okay with that. So I decided I was just going to start knitting on this because I had finished the hat. I didn't feel like working on the shawl, and yeah, I cast this on because I had needles to do so. And I'm very excited to put in I'm going to take this variegated, the two-tone color off and put in the purple as a heel. I think that'll be fun. And I started the second one, so now I need to put a stitch marker there. Started the second one, y'all. This yarn is interesting to work with. It's not plied real tightly, and I do split it. Is that a problem? Not really. Like, I don't hate it. I don't hate that. I am very excited though to crank this on my machine, which I will do that. I have 3 sets, and I'm going to hand knit one, and then I'm going to crank one, and then I will be able to decide if it doesn't crank nicely on my machine and cooperate, I will hand knit the third one. So yeah, I'm gonna put a stitch marker or a progress keeper so you guys can see, but I think it's fun. It's very hard to tell, but the color, I guess it's how many plies of each color. So this one is all blue plies, then it's all blue with like 1 green, and then down here it gets into half and half because I think it's a 4 ply. I don't think it says, and I'm not gonna like unply it to look at it real quickly, but then it goes into a 3/2, and then it goes from 3 green to 3 green 1 reddish, 3 green blue, 3 green red. It doesn't go straight to the all green, which I appreciate. I'm glad it didn't do that. I was worried. So then it goes from the 3 down to 2 down to 1, and then it switches. So, and you can kind of see I got into the next color there. I love these. I think they're so fun. But that was not all I bought that day because I did not see this in the clearance bin the prior visit. And I bought some yarn that was not cotton. And so I was there and I was looking through it, and the guy working behind the counter, I don't know his name, but he's there every year. He's very nice. He has 2 super cute like golden retriever baby they're not babies. One was a puppy last year, but super cute puppy doggies. And he was like, why don't you just fill a bag for $30? And I was like, what? And he's like, the sign right there, fill a bag for $30. And I was like, oh, well then I might have bought cotton yarn at that point. But I, in the bin, had seen this yarn, and he was like, it'll all fit in a bag. Just take all of it that's left, because if not, it's going to sit in our storage room. Because it's like, I don't know if he said this was discontinued, and I didn't look that up either. Or maybe they're just not going to carry it at their store anymore. So because of that, you know, they're going to clearance it out, get it out of the store, because if people buy it and then they come back and say, I need another ball, there's no possible chance of that happening, because they're not going to be carrying it in their store anymore. Guys, $30. Are you ready for this? Are you ready? The yarn is, I don't think this is discontinued. It's Tenderfoot. The brand is Tenderfoot. It's a 75% merino lamb's wool, 25% polyamide, 3.52 ounces, and 100 grams, 410 yards. Okay? Okay, that's what all of these are. So it's a fingering weight yarn. So these are either going to be like cranked socks with fun stripes in the cuff or something, or it's going to be a sweater. And I don't know what yet. I have 3 of the color Cornerstone, 2, and these were marked down. I don't even know. They were marked down to $8, but then it was fill a bag. They were originally $15. 2 golden rods. And I was only going to get a few of these because I was like, I liked some of the colors together as a lot and not all of them. But now I have all of them. 2 in Verdigris. Guys, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 so far. There was only 1 of these. I don't know the colorway. It does not have a tag. So that's 8. And 3 of these. That makes 11 skeins for $30. That is insane. I just couldn't believe that deal. And this is the color Rosewood. So all the colors held up. I'll hold it. Of course, I only have 1 of that purple. They actually don't look too bad together. So this might actually become like a colorwork sweater, one of the tin can knits. I don't know. I don't think I've even knit with this yarn before. It feels really great. It smells like their store, and their store smells amazing because they have soaps and candles and stuff. 11 skeins for $30. What? John and I were also bad and bought. We went in. It was like, they have lots and lots of thrift stores down in the Outer Banks. And I don't know what the reasoning is for that. But there's a lot of repurposed stores. Not always called thrift stores. But we went in this store next to our favorite lunch restaurant called Fatty's, and it's like found treasure type stuff. The guy also makes things. He makes like tables and side tables out of potholes that come out of old shipwrecks. Potholes? Not potholes. Portholes? And when John and I had both walked in the store, these were sitting kind of right in front of us, and we both had said something about them to each other. I was like, these are really cool. And he said, oh, these are really cool. And the guy had them marked for $100 for one and $110 for the other. Let me insert a picture or a video right here. I only am going to video one. The other one is outside in our yard. So they are vintage wrought iron. I think when I looked them up, they were like called wrought iron staircase planters. I don't know if they have a definite technical name, but They were amazing, and we bought them like the first day we were down there. The guy ended up selling both of them for $100. That was a steal because all the ones I have found online were definitely more than $100. So, while we were down there, we also purchased a Monstera plant. I bought a snake plant for $9. I never see them at Home Depot for that. Although I know I probably could have gotten like some snake plant parts from people I know, but I bought one. And then on the plant stand that I had shown in the video, I had moved one of my philodendrons to a pot, and I bought a neon pothos, and that is now above me up here. And Hazel picked out a lipstick plant, and that is in a wall hanger over here. So we bought, and John got a Confederate jasmine, which is outside. And so we now have 5 new plants and these 2 awesome plant stands that we couldn't pass them up. It was pretty funny though, because we put them in the truck, we took them back to our campground, we put them just at our campsite with nothing on them, and people were walking by and being like, where'd you get those? Those are so cool. And we were just like, dude, like, we can't, like, we don't even know how we ended up being so lucky to stumble upon these, because they're amazing. And I'm so happy that we got them. So yeah, I get to keep some plants inside. Mine has 5 tiers. John's outside has 6. So I just thought it was amazing. You just never know what you're gonna find when you go like on vacation. Like, we brought home a vintage lamp one of our last camping trips. Luckily we have the camper now and we can like put stuff in that. Although we didn't put those in there, we were afraid they'd bounce around too much. So they got strapped in the bed of the truck, but okay, I have talked a lot. I showed you guys a lot, and yeah, I need to wrap that up, and I guess I'll show you some progress that I made on the sock for tomorrow. I'm not quite sure what today's gonna bring and tomorrow before I throw this up on Saturday. So until the next episode, y'all, clip. I'll talk to you then. Very short disclaimer here. There's the other plant stand. Disclaimer, before you watch this next scene, if you have kids, send them away. If you have people that don't like curse words, send them away. John said, put them up for adoption. Don't do that. Just warning you, because I am talking to Katie, and her company is all based on naughty stuff, so I just wanted to put that out there. So yeah, I was editing this and I was like, I better like disclaimer this just a little bit. Okay, plants. Guess who's here? In Baltimore.
From Cumming, Georgia. I drove all the way here.
Just for crabs.
True. Well, John told me that if I showed up and gave him wood, he would get crabs.
Mm-hmm.
I would get crabs. I got my crabs.
So we just were chatting and eating, and we decided we should probably just do a small video so I can let everybody see your wonderful face. Because not everybody always sees the person behind the products, right?
They just see my penis on my logo.
I never even noticed. It's a penis?
It's a penis. The guy designed it for me.
Oh my god.
Mario.
I never noticed
Mario, he's gonna be
It's
upset.
very
he did an amazing job.
It's indiscreet.
Yes, it is. Because the bags are nice on the outside.
I mean, I waited for the rainbow bag.
Yes, you did.
I
waited very patiently
for a rainbow bag.
So it's discreet and nobody knows what's going on, and then well, bam, you got Knotty.
This is the one that made, like, this is the bag, the fabric that really blew up, right?
The fornicating skeletons. Yes.
Yeah. So it has skeletons doing the nasty in there. So I know,
That's one of my favorite
I think
ones.
this is how I knew who you were, because of Chevis.
Yes.
So, yeah, it's just crazy. Yeah, so, but you get, I mean, how many, so, I know you have lots of different fabric, but on, like,
Yes.
how many different styles do you think you've had that you keep in stock regularly?
When I order, I probably keep about 5 to 6 different inside fabrics, and then I will keep outside fabrics separate because they're different. They're different types of fabric. We have the heavy canvas.
Yeah,
and then
that's what this one is, right?
That's the heavy canvas.
The heavy canvas. I love the heavy canvas. I think these are all three of you. No, this one's a.
This is a heavy canvas. This was a denim
Oh,
that I had.
I didn't even notice that.
It's a little bit lighter than the heavier canvas that I have now. That is he is a designer from England.
Really?
Yes.
Does he
and
have
he's
multiple fabric lines too?
Oh, yes.
Yeah?
And he did the mermen as well.
Oh, it does
So-
look reminiscent. The color style.
Yes.
Kind of.
I have already been in contact with him. So we are going to look at some maybe new designs that will be exclusive to my shop. By the way, you're hearing that for the first time on the podcast. You get an exclusive.
Secret time. Secrets. John's over there contributing. So, John just got wood.
All sorts of wood, because I had to give him wood if he was going to give me crabs.
With the rainbow peni, which I loved the rainbow peni, and that's in my notions bag.
Babe,
Yes,
Yes.
in the small bag.
quit calling it Peni.
Peanut. Why? It's fun.
And then I have you guys have seen this one because this is my rainbow bag, and I love this thing so much.
With the graffiti peni.
Graffiti
It was a little difficult to say.
peni. Oh my god.
But we have more of the rainbow peni because I'm behind for Pride Month. Happy Pride Month.
I didn't even think of that.
I am very behind right now. So once I get to New York, I will be happily making on the farm and show you guys some of the farm. And I will be having my kids shuffled out of the farm while I make all of my penis bags.
Rainbow penis bags.
Rainbow penis bags for Pride, because you have to have rainbow penis.
Yes. Oh my god.
And rainbow vulva. There
Is there
also
really?
there is rainbow vulva, so I will have both.
Why do I not have a rainbow
For
vulva
Pride.
bag?
You missed out on the rainbow vulva?
I did.
No, I guess we'll
I
have
don't
to come
remember.
back for that.
I've probably seen it and didn't. All the
It's
vulvas
called
just look
a
the same.
variety of.
No, they do not.
are all different.
I know. I'm just being. You see one, you've seen them all.
No, well, yeah.
Go ahead.
There's one that I have that they look like polka dots,
Oh.
and they are all different colors, and they are rainbow.
I think I have. Okay.
But
If
you
you've
can't
posted-
tell if you're far enough away. They look like polka dots.
I love that. I love that, like, it's like a secret inside your bag. You know, like.
Yes. Same thing with the masks.
Oh,
That I
didn't
make.
even realize the
masks sometimes that I make have Knotty on the inside.
Ah.
And mine personally, I'm trying to think if it's in the car out here. Mine has eat a bag of dicks on the inside. So that's always fun to me to know that when I go somewhere and I'm wearing my face condom, that I have eat a bag of dicks on the
If
inside.
somebody's being a real jerk, you can
I just
be
turn
like,
it around.
Sorry.
But I have other ones, you know.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Stay back 6 feet, motherfucker. And it works. So you can wear it for yourself, where that's the secret. And then
it's like pretty
you can tell
flowers on
everybody
the
off
outside.
when they ask you why you're wearing a mask.
I love it. Yeah, because, you know, it's your freedom and right to do what you need to do for yourself.
Exactly. So I eat a bag of dicks.
Okay, I think kids are coming again, but we can find you on
Knotty knitting socks everywhere.
everywhere.
Just Google it.
I'll link down below the shop and Etsy and the Instagram, or all the things.
Yep,
All the
Instagram,
things.
everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm so glad you stopped and saw us.
I'm so glad.
I'm sorry it was a long drive.
It's so long, but that's okay. That's okay. It was absolutely worth getting crabs for.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed your crabs.
Absolutely.
I can't stop giggling. I think we should just probably stop it.
Probably. I'll just giggle the rest of the way.
Check out her shop. Buy some stuff. Some penises.
Yeah, penis. Yeah, peni.
Peni.
Peens. How many times can we say it before they take away all the
Wieners.
wieners? How many other? Oh, children.
Children. Okay, bye.
Children.
Everybody, it is Saturday, June 4th, and let's wrap up this video. I received my yarn subscription box from the Maryland Lamb Co. And this is a pretty interesting read because they send a newsletter with your purchase. So this month I got 2 skeins. It's DK weight and it's from Crooked Fence Farm and it's called Cinnamon. And it's approximately 260 yards and it's 100% California red wool. Okay, so I read the newsletter. It's a relatively new breed. It is a medium length staple and it is not very common and you don't see it in commercially dyed yarn usually. So when it was a person that was trying to crossbreed sheep and for a meat sheep, and it didn't work out and they ended up getting this. The lambs are born mostly red colored and eventually over time their fleeces and bodies turn lighter, but their heads and their legs stay like a lighter, the red color. If you can tell in this yarn, it's got red and gold hairs in it. So this is really exciting. The box also always comes with a recommended pattern and it was a really cool looking slouchy sock, so I might actually make those with these. I'm gonna try to find a picture of a California red sheep and put it here so you guys can see what it looks like. This is awesome. It's really an interesting color. I'm sure in the light you even get more glints of that like red and gold, so I'm very, very excited for this. So this is another Maryland farm. They are in Upper Cove, Maryland, and they were just supporting another farm and getting another breed out to us who are doing the subscription box, which is really pretty interesting. And I love that it's undyed because you really do see all the little aspects of that breed of sheep. Let's jump backwards, and I just want to thank Katie for entertaining me last night. We had such a good time, and thank you for coming on my podcast and, lots of giggling. It was a little crazy because, we both have kids and we're, if you've watched me for a long time, there's interruptions in my podcast, and that's just what it's going to be. So, all right, back to the knitting. I have not done much. This is all I've worked on. I shouldn't say that because I had messaged Katie and was like, hey, what's your favorite color? What's your shoe size? And she told me what it was like an hour before she was going to be here. And I hurried up and cranked her a pair of Knit Pick socks. I don't remember the colorway. Sorry. And I didn't take a picture. Sorry again. But it was just a cranked pair of socks. I hurried up and did like a hung hem, and I was able to close the toes and everything before she got here, so that was exciting, and I gifted those to her. So yeah, the only other thing is I worked on the second sock out of this yarn, and I was here, and now I'm up here. That's it. Hazel and I went to the local nature center today. We, if you don't know, we have a little free library at our house, which we knew when we did it that it might not get a lot of foot traffic. We also knew books might sit for a long time in our little free library and they might not be interesting to people. So Hazel and I went out to our own little free library. We took a bunch of books out. We're going to rotate some stock in that we have. And we went and donated those to our local nature center, which also has a little free library. So if you follow us on our little free library page, you'll see I talked about that a little bit, but I haven't done many updates there only because I'm not frustrated that it's not getting traffic. We knew that, but I don't know, it just kind of sucks a little, but it's still fun when I go to thrift stores and whatnot, and I will buy books that Hazel might like to read first, and then she'll read them, and then they go right in the little free library. Like, they won't sit in our house in our own library. So the only other thing I've been working on, which is such a, I don't know, anything that brings creativity and whatnot, I enjoy doing. And so I was watching the, oh my gosh, the four sisters in Canada. Why can't I think of their name? The Cozy Up Knits. That's their podcast. The one had their daughter on, and she had made like a 3D animal on her rainbow loom. And I was like, what? You can do that? And I didn't know you could do that, because I didn't do enough research. I bought Hazel a rainbow loom thinking it'll be fun to make some bracelets. Well, she made some bracelets, and then she was kind of bored with it, and it's been sitting. So I busted out. She has 3 boxes. So if you don't know what a rainbow loom is, a rainbow loom, they probably have other names, but this one is the actual Rainbow Loom brand, and it's a little mini loom, and it comes with like little rubber bands. And if you know, you ever had braces, you'd be like, I had to use those little rubber bands in my mouth. They were a little bit smaller than that, but it just kind of reminds me of that. So she has a bunch. This is just one box that she has of little tiny rubber bands in all different colors. And yeah, you can certainly make all kinds of stuff on this thing. And the last thing I made, which I'll show you last, you can take them and use a crochet hook and crochet stuff with them. And I was like, whoa. That was like, I never even thought to look up more stuff that you could do on these looms. So Hazel is still not quite, not that she's not comprehending. I think 30-minute videos of making something is just too long for her attention span. So making bracelets is really what she sticks to. But the first thing I made, I asked her, what should we make? Because we were on one of the YouTube pages that we found. And she was like, oh, make that ladybug. So I made this tiny little ladybug. Isn't that cute? It's so cute. Okay. And then, because I couldn't stop myself, I made a snake. And he has like beads for his eyeballs. I just can't, I couldn't stop. And then, this is like the regular bracelets you make. I made a sheep with some crazy ears. His one ear will not go down, and he's got 4 little leggies. I can't help it. But this is the item, sorry I'm out of focus, but it'll just be easier for me to throw this up and show you, was crocheted with a crochet hook. And I just thought that was awesome. And so I made, Hazel put the hook on it. I made a rainbow. Can you tell it's crochet? Can you tell? So she put this on so she could put it on her book bag. She was so excited. And I was like, ooh, I could make like all the pride flag colorways in rainbows. And I was just like, that would be so much fun. So I didn't have, like, we had a very chill morning this morning. And we just did crafts and stuff and watched crap TV, and John had to go to work, so we were messing around. I just was like amazed at the stuff. There is way more than just that you can make. And there's one lady, she makes like things that are like the size of 2 hands together. Like, that's a lot of rubber bands. Hazel was like, will you make me, like, one of her things was a Coke bottle or something. She's like, will you make me a Coke bottle? I was like, baby, the one color we don't even have is brown rubber bands. And then I was like, well, maybe we'll have to go to the store and get some brown rubber bands. I don't know. I'm now obsessed with this thing, and I feel bad because, like, she's like, well, what am I supposed to do when you're using the loom? So I don't want to buy another one, but if anybody has one and wants to donate for us to play, that's so stupid. I would totally accept it because, you know, she could follow along with me and we could both make them together. I think that might keep her attention better anyway. I definitely think she could do the snake. Like, I made him pretty quickly. And if I make like another 2 or 3 of him, I can do it by memory, and then I won't need the video, and then it'll be easier for me to pause and let her catch up with me. So, okay, I'm done. That's all I have to show you. So, we finished watching We Own This City, and if you haven't watched it, it's like another show that's done by the same people by The Wire, and it's all about the corrupt Baltimore gun task force. Yeah, that's where I live. But, yeah, and other than that, I watched the US version of, dang, what was that called? It was, Love on the Spectrum. So all, like, it's a heartwarming show and humbling, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word, but, yeah. So we watched that, and then I haven't been reading anything. I've been listening to You're Gonna Die Out There podcast, and yeah, that's about the extent of it. So John and I have some other shows we need to kind of finish up. We started watching this one show. He really liked it. I was kind of zoned out watching it, but we'll watch more of it, and then once I know a little bit more about what's happening, I'll talk to you about it. All I remember is it's got John C. Reilly and it's about basketball. So, there you go. All right. I hope everybody is taking care of themselves. I hope you all had a great 2 weeks, because I know I didn't upload an episode last week. Yeah. And just keep checking in on people, texting people, messaging people, hugging them when you can. It was great to get, like, hugs yesterday from, you know, people I'd never met before in real life, and it was nice. So, yeah, so keep that love flowing, y'all, and I'll talk to you next time. Happy knitting. Bye. Wait, knit happy.